Hi guys, Christine here. So in this topic, we are going to discuss if freelancing is the right path for you. So we will cover the challenges and the opportunities that freelancing has to offer, and we have to answer some myths that comes with it. So I hope you learned something from this slide. So right now we are 1.5 million freelancers in the Philippines. That's from GCash, PayPal, and Payoneer, who are the leading payment system used by freelancers for almost, a decade now. Since hindi lang nung pandemic nag-start ang, working from home or freelancing industry, way back 2010 pa siya nag-start. Hindi lang talaga tayo aware na meron ng ganitong klaseng industry. Freelancing exploded in popularity way back 2021 when the pandemic hit. However, it was an emerging industry 20 years ago. We are not just aware that we already have this kind of industry. And then, one thing that I wanted to emphasize is that when freelancing exploded, a lot of misconceptions comes with it. So maraming newbies ang naiingganyong um, puntahan, mag-change ng career at, mag-transition into freelancing without them knowing that freelancing is not an easy, way out. You have to consider a lot of things before you get into this industry. So that's what are we going to discuss here. So next is what is freelancing. So freelancing means working independently and offering services or skills to clients on a project by project basis rather than being employed by a single company. Freelancers are self-employed individuals who take on short-term or long-term contracts in areas like tech, marketing, design, writing, sales, and more. So in freelancing, tinawag siyang freelancing kasi you are a freelance worker. You are an independent contractor. Wala kang amo. But then, kapag may client ka na, of course, parang doon na papasok yung employment type ng uh, work environment wherein boss mo pa rin siya. Yun nga lang, independent contractor ka na. Independent ka. So the characteristics of freelancing include flexibility. So dito, you can choose your clients, set your rates, and determine your working hours. Pwede ka makipag-negotiate kay client na ganito yung rate mo. Siyempre, ibabase mo yun sa skills mo and sa work mo. And then next is, you can determine your working hours. You can decide kung part-time ka lang ba or full-time ka lang magtatrabaho kay client. And then, of course, you can choose your client. Pwede kang pumili base sa niche na gusto mo or industry na gusto mong pasukin. Next is independence. Freelancers run their businesses from negotiating contracts and make their finances. So, like me, registered business ako dito sa Philippines. Hindi ako nag-registered as a professional because I'm thinking long-term. So, I register myself as a business. So, kapag may client na kayo, I advise na kumuha na din kayo um, ng inyong registration ng inyong mag-register na din kayo. But then hindi pa, wag muna hangga't hindi ka pa stable sa industry na to, wag muna. Kasi ako, it took me 2 years bago ako nag-register. So, inano ko muna, binalanse ko muna. And then next is variety of work. Like what I've said kanina, pwede kang magpunta sa kahit anong niche as long as may skills ka doon. So, you can work with multiple clients, you can work with multiple working hours as long as kaya ng katawan mo, kaya ng isip mo, kaya mong i-deliver lahat ng results sa clients na kukunin mo. So, yeah. Ito naman yung nakaka-excite na part when it comes to freelancing. Of course, number one, potential for higher earnings. Kaya ako nag-transition into freelancing is, I wanted to increase my potential of higher earnings. So, na-achieve ko naman yan. And, yeah, based on my experience, it is proven naman as long as you work hard for it. Next, control over your career. Like katulad ng nangyari sa akin, I've transitioned from teaching into sales and marketing. So nakakapag-decide ako kung saang niche ako pupunta kasi mag-upskill lang ako aalamin ko lang, mag-aaral lang ako, magti-train lang ako kung ano yung tools, kung ano yung skills na kailangan ng niche na gusto kong puntahan. And then that's it. As long as may susugal sa'yo na client, you can start your career in that particular industry or niche. Next, better work-life balance. Ito yung ipinagkait ko sa sarili ko 9 years ago when I was teaching. So, dito sa freelancing, I've achieved a better work-life balance. Kasi nga, I've choose what time I'm gonna work with. I've choose kung sino yung client na gusto kong makatrabaho or, makatrabaho or maka-take on ng project. Nakakapili ako. Unlike ng nasa traditional na work environment tayo, 9 to 5 job. Doon hindi. Kung saan ka lang nakakontrata, doon ka lang. Pero dito sa freelancing, although yes, may contracts pa rin dito, malaya ka pa rin makakuha or kumuha ng ibang client as long as kaya mo. On this part naman, ito yung 3 myth na ititibunk natin. Freelancing is not an easy way to make money. Lahat pinagpapaguran, hindi easy money ang freelancing. Kasi unang-una, mag-a-upskill ka. Kung ano yung skill na meron ka sa traditional na work environment, iba ang kailangan nilang skill pagdating dito sa freelancing. So, kailangan mo mag-upskill, kailangan mo mag-invest sa sarili mo, kailangan mo mag-invest sa training. Next is, it's not an easy money kasi ikaw yung maghahanap ng client mo. Hindi yung coach mo yung magpo-provide ng client mo. Dito, sarili mong sikap. Para lang din sa traditional na work na ikaw din yung maghahanap. Ganun din dito sa freelancing. Yun nga lang, online na. Unlike doon na kailangan mo pang mag-aksaya, kailangan mo pa ng pera, para lang maka-apply. Dito, hindi. And then, next is, it's not an easy way to make money kasi marami na, sa dami ng freelancers ngayon dito sa Philippines, of course, tight na rin yung market. So, hindi ka kaagad-agad kikita dito kung hindi mo kikulusan na, alam mo yun, hindi mo kikilusan na mag-apply hanggang sa makakuha ka ng client. Okay? So, this is not an easy industry to get in. Hindi talaga. Yan yung misconception na nakikita nyo sa mga TikTok or sa Facebook na make that transition pero hindi sinasabi, ini-explain ng maayos kung ano yung dadatnan mo. So, yeah, this is a warning na ito yung industry na papasukin mo. Next is, it's not a work from the beach fantasy. So, di ba, ang dami natin nakikita na naka-work from the beach, yung ang daming market na get in na kayo sa freelancing kasi ganito yung buhay, you can work habang nagta-travel. But it's not. Kasi in freelancing, you need to focus. Hindi siya, depende sa work. Depende sa niche na pupuntahan mo siguro. Kung sa travel and tours yung pupuntahan mo, of course, you can do that. But then, if you are in sales or in marketing or in any other niche na kailangan ng focus, no, you're not gonna do that. Hindi mo gagawin yan kasi hindi ka makaka-deliver ng maayos na result or maayos na outcome from that particular client. So, next is, freelancing is not always stable. Unlike ng 9 to 5 job na secure ang sahod mo, secure ang benefits mo. Dito sa freelancing, hindi. So, kailangan as long as kumikita ka, mag-ipon. So, it's not always stable kasi anytime pwede kang tanggalin ng client mo. Anytime pwede nilang i-end yung contract mo. Kaya nga, I advise na kung kaya mo naman, get 2 clients as much as possible. Kahit na mag-start sa maliit na rate, as long as 2 yan, hindi ka matatakot na mawala ng trabaho. As long as may skills ka, nag-upskill, hindi ka mawawala ng trabaho dito sa freelancing. As long as hindi ka stop na mag-apply kapag nag-e-end yung contract. Yeah. So this is the reality that freelancers is facing. So this is the challenges they are facing. We are, as freelancers, facing. So the first is lack of benefits. Like what I said, unlike ng traditional 9 to 5 job na full benefits sila as long as nasa kontrata, they can get it. Pero dito hindi. Ako as a business, ako ang nagbabayad ng SSS ko, ng pag-ibig ko, ng tax ko, ako ang nagpa-file. Lahat yan on my own. So, yeah. Kaya kailangan mong maghanap ng client na premium. Ibig sabihin yung you can demand a higher rate, higher than the, salary here in the Philippines. Kaya kailangan mo talaga mag-upskill. Kailangan mo talaga magaling ka sa niche na pupuntahan mo. Not totally sobrang galing, but then, you are determined, you pray, and work hard for it. I do believe na ibibigay ng Panginoon sa'yo. But then, again, going back to the topic, lack of benefits. Wala tayong benefits dito as long as ikaw yung magpo-provide ng benefits sa sarili mo. Okay? Next. Or as long as kung galante si client mo, pwedeng magbigay yan ng health benefit. But then yung other benefit, wala yan. None. Like, bonus, ganyan, wala. Pila, wala. Pero HMO, I do believe na nagbibigay yung iba kasi mura lang naman ang HMO. Pero pili nga lang, not all. Next, self-discipline and time management. Dito sa freelancing ang kalaban mo sarili mo. So unlike ng 9 to 5 job na meron kang, you have someone siguro or you have your colleagues to, get you to be in the game of work. Pero dito hindi. Sariling sikap. Ikaw mismo. Kung wala ka sa motivation, kailangan i-motivate mo yung sarili mo. Ganun. And then, of course, time management. Dito, napaka-importante na you are very organized when it comes to your time. Kasi, time kasi yung binabayaran sa'yo. Yung time mo, yung skills mo. So, napaka-importante na marunong ka mag-manage niyan. Next is, of course, since you are working from home, you are alone and you tend to isolate most of the time. So, ako, from extrovert to ambivert, ngayon, hindi ko alam, introvert. Hindi na talaga ako nakakalabas ng bahay as much as I want. Kasi wala na akong enerhiya kasi nga graveyard yung shift ko. But then, make time. Hindi ko sinasabing gayahin yung ako, but then make time to go outside, mingle with your friends, get time to have a family bonding as much as possible. And then, dito sa freelancing, kailangan mo ng frequent upskilling. Kasi kapag hindi ka nag-upskill sa niche na pinuntahan mo, mapag-iiwanan ka. Sa bilis ng technology ngayon, grabe, kailangan makikipagsabayan ka kasi you are working remotely. So, dapat, kung hindi ka ahead, at least makasabay man lang sa kung ano meron ang industry na pasukan mo. So, upskill. Invest in your learning. So, at this point in time, is freelancing the right path for you? So, napag-isipan mo na ba, ito ba yung industry na gusto mong pasukin? Kasi kung hindi buo yung loob mo, I don't think you will succeed here. So, dapat, kaya nga i-start ng course natin is mindsetting. Kasi, gusto ko, aside from mind mo, mas settle din sa heart mo na ito na yung papasukin mo na industry. It will not be easy. Hindi talaga. Hindi siya madali. But, kung magpapatuloy ka at isa sa puso mo yung lahat ng matututunan mo sa training na to, it is worth it. Magtiwala ka lang sa kung anong ipoprovide ko sa'yo. Gawin yung mga activities. And then, isa puso kung ano yung mga matututunan mo dito. And then, isa buhay when you are applying for a job. And then, I'm sure na magsasucceed ka din dito just like what I did. So, I hope na may natutunan ka in this topic and na-clear din sa mind mo kung ano talaga yung freelancing and how it differs to a 9 to 5 job. I am looking forward na magpatuloy ka sa training na ito and I am looking forward also for your success. Have a great day!